breaking out of Maryland with public schools closed for 2 weeks starting on Monday. Paul Wagner getting reaction right now in Rockville. Paul?
Hey there, guys. A lot of uncertainty here in Montgomery County for several hours today on what was going to happen. We came up here at 1 o'clock thinking that we were going to be watching a Facebook Live between the county executive, Mark Elrich, and the head of the health department. That was then canceled. They said they'd have a 3 o'clock news conference. That was canceled, pushed to 6. Then we heard they wanted to hear what Larry Hogan had to say first. So what we know now is schools will be closed for the next 2 weeks. The governor also announcing that he's calling out the National Guard, that all state government non-essential employees will be required to telework. He's closing the State House to the public, and that he's banning any gatherings with more than 200 people here in the state. At 6 o'clock, we're expecting to hear from Mark Elrich and the school system as well as the Department of Health. Now, just a few minutes ago, we went out on the street to try and get some reaction. Most people had not heard about the governor's state of emergency. We told them about it. We got some reaction. Here's what they had to say.
So you don't have to go to school for the next 2 weeks.
I know.
What do you think of that?
I think that's pretty fresh. I don't like school. I'm just trying to thrash, you know? Try to get my kickflips down, you dig?
What do you think?
I have stuff for AP, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect it.
Looking at how other countries have responded, it may actually be something that should have been done earlier, honestly. Like I don't pretend to be an expert on this subject, but I think the earlier we do something like this, the less repercussions will come out of it.
Do you think that's a good idea?
For the safety of the people, yes. Absolutely. I think it's a very good idea that whatever measures you can take to take care of the people and their health and their well-being is a good thing to do.
Now, in talking to the school system earlier today, they were trying to make plans on what would happen if schools were closed for the next couple of weeks. They were trying to determine how they'd get some packets, some education packets to students, also trying to learn how possibly they could feed the students who get those special meals every single day. They were talking about having a remote location somewhere, similar to what they do during snowstorms, where they would get the students to a location where they could get those meals. So we do expect at 6 o'clock tonight here at the county executive's office building in Rockville to hear more about the school's plans now that they're going to be closed for the next 2 weeks. Also, Larry Hogan saying today that he has closed the Port of Baltimore to cruise ships, and he also said that all hospitals should enact new visitor rules as to how many can come in to see any kind of loved one that may be in the hospital, and also restrict ages of people coming into those hospitals. He also said that all prison visits will be suspended until